Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining today's webinar. We're very excited. We're gonna be talking about the importance of online presence and how can you take your work online. So all that work that you are used to do it offline, how can you benefit from the online work? We have the pleasure of having with us today Andrea Olaru. She will introduce herself in a bit. And she will guide us through this webinar, which we hope it's going to be very interactive and we can all learn from her experience and from each other. At the end of the day, we all learn from each other. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Elsa Rodriguez, and I'm in charge of Tenerife Work and Play, which is an initiative from the public government here in Tenerife that which main objective is to attract and more digital talent to the island. So we help remote workers, digital nomads, entrepreneurs to establish themselves here in the island. And at the same time, we also help to coordinate the community, the local ecosystem. So we organize events all year round, all around the island. But unfortunately, with this situation, we thought that it would be a great idea so with this situation, we cannot do it physically. So we thought it would be great to take some of those events and do them online. So that's why we are here today. We have been doing a few webinars in the last few weeks. So today's topic, as I said, is going to be the importance of online presence, digital presence. And we have with us Andrea. Before I let her introduce herself, just a few words on how this is going to work. Since we are a small group, we will let you guys introduce yourselves as well. And we want this to be interactive. So Andrea will give us some guidelines and then we will have a discussion, and she wants you guys to take practical advice and be able to implement it, okay? So basically we will have the discussion as we go. So Andrea, I will let you introduce yourself. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for creating the opportunity. It's really fun to be able to do this online. Unfortunately, we cannot meet and hug this time, but next time. Hi, I am Andrea. I am location independent since 2017 when I started my business. I spend winters on warm islands, mostly on Tenerife, but sometimes I hop on other islands. Last year, I spent 5 months in Asia. During summers, I'm up north in Sweden, Gothenburg, which is my home base. How did I end up doing what I'm doing and having this lifestyle? Well, it was a tough transition. It took me almost a year or so. And it was a consequence of a year spent in London, a very difficult period in my life. But after that, luckily, both me and my partner decided that there is time and need for a change. So he's working remotely for a company and building his software as a service on the side. I've started my business as digital strategist and help business owners or young entrepreneurs to get online and get a digital presence. And yes, it's so awesome and nice to work with my clients on their website and strategies. But what I realized is that the biggest challenges are not necessarily these, creating a website or starting the business, is how you continue the day-to-day life, the day-to-day struggles. So this is why my peer-to-peer work group, sort of a mastermind, was born. It's called Dream Plan Launch, and inside the group, we work shoulder to shoulder. The members have access to me daily to review, give feedback, and work basically together. We have weekly calls, feedback sessions, accountability system in place just to keep us on track and moving forward and doing progress. So I hope today the topics I will touch, most of the things I will bring up are a topic for a webinar itself, and they should be treated like that. But I want to put it here, and I want to know that at the end of this webinar, you have at least 2 or 3 tips or strategies to take with you and implement in your own businesses. That's my hope. It will be interactive, so if you want to stop me and ask a question, please do. I will stop from time to time to leave room for questions and opinions.
Great.
And I want to hear from you.
Sorry, Andrea, sorry. Can you unmute yourself, please? Sorry, it was my mistake.
I was saying I just want to hear from them what is the business about, what if they have a service, a product, or a business going on, and if they sit on a burning question right now.
Okay.
And their names.
Yeah, so maybe we can start with you, Laurinas. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and what's the main issues you have right now.
I'm actually remote working for 15 years. So I'm kind of into this thing, and yeah, at the moment I'm basically developing a project here in Tenerife. We will be selling, well, trying to sell vouchers as a gift, as an experiences and so on. We're already launching next week's, I hope so. And yeah, and well, kind of the thing that we're actually struggling is connecting people here in the island. I'm not talking about my own daily work, because I'm kind of, you know, familiar with all the managing the you know, the resources that I have, managing my feelings, managing my business, and so on. So it's basically nothing new. But the main thing I'm actually struggling here in the island is how to get these people that are off the internet. They're online, like they're kind of online, but they're not like using it in an advanced way. How to reach them, or maybe anyone could have some practical stuff in this like thing. It's a bit of a cultural thing over here, I guess, and maybe like something like that. So it's just in short.
Okay, great. Thank you. And we have read what you guys wrote in the questionnaires. Is just to, you know, get, if you can just elaborate a bit more. Sonia, could we go with you, please? If you can unmute, yeah.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Sonia, and I'm from England, as you may be able to tell from my accent. I'm a born and bred Londoner, but last year I moved to the south of England, and I run a virtual assistant business online. So day to day, I help lots of different types of businesses with their businesses. So I help people from swim school to cafe to entrepreneurs to PR agency, a wide variety of people I work with currently. And the way I've connected with this group is because I want to start my nomadic lifestyle, and in April this month, actually I was supposed to be in Tenerife, but obviously that didn't happen, but I'm grateful to be on the call right now. And I came to Tenerife last January, and I completely loved the island, and I thought, oh, this is where I want to be for a while. So hopefully I'll get there this year, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
Basically, yeah, fingers crossed.
And in terms of your challenges, I think it was taking events online. That was one of the challenges that you were facing.
Yeah, so lots of my clients are currently having to adapt their businesses because of the pandemic. So they're moving a lot of things offline to online. So it'd be interesting to know how best to do that. I mean, I do it a little bit, but obviously other people's ideas, insights will be really nice to hear.
Great. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
We can go with you, Guido or Guido? I'm not sure. Sorry.
It's a common problem, don't worry. So it's Guido. Basically, I am now living in Tenerife. I am a digital nomad. I became digital nomad in February this year, so I'm pretty new to the crew. And I actually thought to join the group to meet ambitious people, interesting people. And of course, if I was able to give maybe some advice, some of my thoughts, something that basically was useful, I thought, well, that's a reason to join.
Perfect.
And well, I do Google Ads. I help business grow their revenue with Google.
Great. Thank you so much, Guido, and welcome. Caroline, we go with you.
Okay, got it.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. It was not working on my computer. So anyway, so for me, well, I have been in a kind of a roller coaster with a lot of projects going on, wanting to do things with travel, then cooking, then, well, anyway. I'm starting my business online as, I would say, well, I was a personal chef and now I kind of bring it online. So I want to make some recipes and things like that. It's still a little bit, an idea and it's a project, but it's not there yet. So I'm in the process of doing everything. And beside of that, I have a full-time job. And I also work online as a travel coordinator for a company in Mexico. So yeah, at the moment it's kind of quiet, so it's good. But I'm here a little bit to see some tips and some strategy exactly to get visible and start online. So, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Always busy.
Yes.
Great. Hi, Elia. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about your business and if you're facing any challenges you would like us to address today.
Yeah, why not? Hi, my name is Elia. I'm psychologist. I'm doing psychotherapy and some general support wherever. So I started my business like face-to-face, and I was based in Manchester at the beginning, even though I'm Spanish. And I just found like people move a lot. So I started doing things online, but the techniques I use are very physical in a way. So sometimes are not safe to use online. So I'm kind of in a challenge of trying to do things online with quality, safety, and like rearrange stuff because they are great, but if you cannot perform it safe, then you have an issue. I've been struggling because people that do most of the techniques that I do, they just say, no, online is not an option. You have other things, just do the other things. But then I move myself a lot. So my clients tend to pop in and out and they move with me in a way. So, and they knew the quality before and they want the same. And sometimes it's difficult. And I don't know, I'm a psychologist, so tech, I'm so clumsy with tech. And here I am. And now this pandemic and, you know, like, it seems like there's no other way. So I'm thinking like, perhaps this is an opportunity. And when I ask for supervision to do this kind of things, I say, please think with me. They are asking for it. I want to do the best, help me. People won't say I'm crazy, and perhaps they will help me. And what I expect from this is like, if there's other businesses, other people working online, I'm sure there's a lot of things out there that they exist, they were written, and I don't have any idea about it. So I will be glad if you share. I can share other stuff, but tech things not, sorry.
No worries. We will get into that now. Perfect. Thank you so much, Elia, for joining us. And hopefully all of you will get something useful out of this, and we can continue this conversation in other webinars, or we will see. Okay, great. Yeah, unfortunately, Sandra won't be able to speak today, but she's just listening to us, so it's fine. So we can start, Andrea, when you like. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So nice to hear all your thoughts, and so much brain power here. Like, I feel a bit overwhelmed. So I'm starting because I put so many slides. I got so excited, and I think I overdid it. What I want to cover is website, which is the foundation of any online presence, of anything you're doing, and first asset in any business. And the 3 must-haves that a website should include. And then we go through 10 strategies and tips to generate leads and sales in these current times. Some of them I will go very quick because they are a big topic. Some of them maybe we sit a little bit more and go in a little bit deeper, or maybe more tech detailed. And then I bring 3 case studies with the intention of bringing a bit of hope, a bit of light, a bit of inspiration, how other people like you running businesses alone or small businesses have navigated these times in the past month. So what I'm bringing is what they have done since March to now. Some of the things are still in the making, but some of the things work and they've seen results. So I want to share those things with you. So I'll get started. A website is the foundation of your online presence, is your online headquarters that reflects your communication plan, your vision, your message, your brand identity. You're going to be present in many places out there on the internet, but there needs to be a place that contains everything that is about you, about your business, and a place where you lead everyone, because you meet, like in real life, you meet people in all sorts of forums or events, but you want them to have a place that you can easily guide them, and to rest assured that they get all the information from there. And also, a website is a tool which helps you automate and streamline processes in your business. You can take payments and bookings, and it can be a portfolio, it can be a case study, it can be so many things that will make room in your day-to-day life so that you can focus on what's really important. So use this asset to the max. It's not just an address out there on the internet with your name and the service. Is so much more than that. A website should inspire, attract, and educate. I see so often I get into I get on the website and I feel nothing. Like I don't have any opinion about what's going on. Not bad, I just don't feel anything. Like there's no piece of inspiration. There's no reason for me to stay, but there's no reason for me to go. I don't know how to navigate. I don't know if I'm there to get something, education, an information, a resource, or it's super confusing. So when you start to create the website and you plan your content and the strategy and the purpose why you want the website, I want you to have these three things in mind. That a website in today's online world should inspire, should attract, and should educate, because this is what people crave nowadays, especially. And then my favorite 3 elements, which are mostly, I wish are mostly present on the homepage. A website is a big structure and has all sorts of corners and pages, and we can use it in all sorts of ways. But the homepage is, your window store, is where the people get first time. And that homepage, I want to see that it connects, captures, and converts. When I say connect, I mean you connect with the person that landed on your website, somehow driven by whatever you were doing out there, and that you talk about the problem, the struggle, the pain you solve, what's the solution your clients are looking for, and that is your service or your product, and why are you able to solve this problem. You have to show your experience. Why are you the expert? Show empathy. You know what they are feeling. You know what they're going through. You've been through this as well. And social proof, which is the most important thing. Those should be very present and quite high up on a homepage. Those are the testimonials. So this is the connect part, and I wanted to give it quite a bit of thought when you start writing the copy and making the structure of the website, and because it's so important, and it's kind of the base of a lot of other things you're going to do, content on social media, all sorts of things that you're going to do having a website. Capture, when I say capture, I mean capture email addresses, or in some cases it's relevant maybe to get phone numbers, or whatever it is, a piece of identification of what we call in the online world the lead is an email address, is a name of a person, is a phone number. It's like an intention of someone who gave you the permission to stay in touch. And that you do by giving something to them in exchange for that currency. It is a PDF, a workbook, a checklist, a quiz, a promo code, courses, free calls, whatever suits your business and whatever suits your audience. And I want to sit on this as well quite a lot, because this is so important. It has to be easy to consume. It has to be so relevant to your business and especially to your audience. And it has to give value, like either a partial solution to a bigger problem you solve, or a teaser into how much you can do for them, or it has to be super valuable, because this is the transitional point. This is the stepping stone before they give you their credit card details. So, or sign up or pay the invoice or whatever it is, and make sense in your business. So I want everybody to really give a thought to this. And it's also a piece of content that you go out there and promote. It's a way to be present on social media and create content around it. It's a thing that you can promote through paid ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever, and drive traffic to your website. It represents so much more than a piece of content that you're offering. It's your connection, your first connection to your future customers. And it's so important to give it quite a bit of thought and consideration. And convert. This is a thing that I don't see on many websites. It's like I land there and okay, I got it. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're from there, you have all these and testimonials, but then what do you want me to do? You have a story, you have a blog, you have a booking system, you have a button here, you have a picture there. Like, what represents for you a success? What represents for you a conversion? What's for you and your business the thing that you say, yes, this is for me, what I want people to do? And that needs to be very clear, very straightforward, very high up on a homepage, and also present throughout the website in different places, strategically chosen. So again, for example, if you will ever check my website, I offer solutions, I offer digital strategies, I offer one-to-one strategy sessions. I offer website strategies, and I create a website itself, if so you wish. But then I also have a mastermind group. And for me, for this time in my business and in my business life, becoming a member in my membership group is my call to action. Sure, all the others are good, and I like you to book a call, and I like you to go on and create a website with me. But becoming a member in my membership is my ultimate call to action, is what I want you to do, and what for me means a success. Like, my website worked if you become my member. So your solution can have different packages. Your solution can be different things. Your solution can have different shapes and forms, but there is one thing you want them to do, and that needs to be really clear. So again, I want you to give it a bit of thought. These three elements: connect, capture, and convert. Easy to remember and easy to work with a copywriter. Easy to give to the copywriter what to read, what to create. It's easy to work with a SEO expert. When you have all this in place and you know what is your strategy, what is your website about, your business about, and what is basically what you want to put out there on your page. And I want to stop a little bit here because very often it's like we build it and we are so over the moon and we love it, and it's like, oh, nobody's coming. And this is when the work starts, because a website is the foundation, is your home base, your headquarters, is your home. But when you have it, when you feel safe and secure somewhere, then you go out there and tell people that you have it. You go out there and tell people what you're doing, how you can help, how you can serve, and where should they go to buy from you, to work with you, and so on. So when you go through all that work, it's not just creating a website, is basically building the foundation, and from here on you have something to work on and build on. Your content strategy for social media starts with a website. If you go into paid ads, you start with a website. If you go in anything else out there, whatever it's an offline or an online business, everything starts with a website. If you want an online store, you're putting on a website. If you want a booking system as well, everything stays there. And you have now the biggest asset to work with and to work on. So I hate to disappoint you, but usually it's not like this. It's not like you build it and people queue and hit the refresh button on the browser to wait for your website. It's now when the real work starts. And that's why we go into the second part soon. But if someone has a question, because I want to talk fast so we have time for discussion. So that's why I have this speed. But if you don't have questions now, we can move on and maybe do it mixed, like websites and other things.
Andrea, we do have a question.
Yes.
And you guys, I will share Andrea's website in a bit in the chat. But Sonia is asking, should a CTA be on every page of the website, the call to action?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a button, basically. Why not putting it? In general, you lead people to your website, which is your homepage, www.mybusinessname.com or whatever. But sometimes in different situations, let's say someone is saying, in your case, being a VA, well, show me your portfolio or show me who you work with and so on. Maybe you have a page dedicated to testimonials and you go there and show off all the, how awesome and amazing you are. But then at the end, after they read how awesome and amazing you are, you hit them with a call to action. Now it's your turn to book the call, or it's your turn to sign up for a package, or whatever, how your ultimate call to action will look like. So yeah, why not? Maybe it doesn't make so much sense on the contact page, or if you have a landing page, or maybe that landing page in the sense of it's very clear that you want them to do a certain activity. So then it's not necessarily okay to spam them with all sorts of buttons and information, but otherwise, yes, I don't see why not place it somewhere here and there and remind them that they are there with a purpose, and that's to work with you.
Yeah, she's saying thank you. You guys can also speak out loud if you like.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm hopefully not. Okay. This is maybe not so much digital strategy as a bit of mindset, but I want to put this out there, and especially hearing Elia and also Laurina's with people that are maybe a bit tech challenged and so on. So these are reactions that I hear very often since the shit hit the fan in March. Sorry for my language, but this is how I usually run. So I hear this very often in the groups I am even among my clients, which are in general very positive and hardworking people. But you know, things happen. And these are the three most common things I hear. People cannot let go the old way of operating and doing business, which is good. Like we have so much experience and we have so much, so many skills we developed, but sometimes we need to let go of this is how we were doing, or this is what it worked before. So we need to kind of think outside the box, but all of us here in this webinar, clearly we're doing that, but I just wanted to put it out there and say it out loud. Sometimes the old way of operating is not relevant anymore, and we just need to let it go. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just that we need to leave it aside. And then, this is my favorite, assuming people don't have money and they stop buying. In most of the cases now, there are some businesses, you know, different than others, or the problems are still there. You remember the connect part where you sit and really brainstorm what's the problem, the pain you solve. Those are really still stay with your customer. And most of the time in these times, they amplify. So those issues that you think, who would need this and that now when we are going through a pandemic, you will be surprised. And you will be surprised how money are now shifted around in people's accounts, because yeah, maybe they have less money, but also less opportunities to spend. So maybe they will now think of online courses or vouchers, or finally getting help in their business with a VA, or like, you don't make these assumptions. Put your head down, get to work, thinking that you're going to figure out, and also that there will be people out there willing to spend money and willing to work with you. So this assumption is not doing any good to anyone. So I just want to put it there and just leave it before we move on. And then also the feeling, the pressure that we need to change everything now. And this I saw mostly among my clients, and I had to like, hold your horses. We need to change the booking system. I need Zoom. Should I take Zoom Pro or not? Or this or that, or Google Meets? Or should I create a video? Should I create a course? Like, hold your horses, people. Yes, we need to change. Yes, we need to revolutionize everything. But we have time. We're looking not at a month or a week or 2 weeks. We're looking maybe a year ahead. Sure, we need to make sure that we eat and pay rent this month, but besides that, we still have time. We still have time to do that course. We still have time to create a proper email sequence. We still have time to polish and update our website. We have time. So I want people to breathe and think that there is time. Small steps. You take the most evident and most easy step you can take now, but leave the rest for the time when the time comes. So I just feel better saying all this and putting out there.
I could agree with you. I've actually have the same problem with my old travel agencies that you know, they sell. Well, they've been doing this like maybe 3 years or 4 years ago, and they were like used to, oh, you know, we have an office and everybody comes or calls us and we can sell them a trip to Turkey or to the same Tenerife or something. But the idea was to change it, to make everything online, and well, those who hasn't changed actually bankrupt, and now most of the agencies have 90% of their sales via Facebook. Not via website, via their Facebook. And they actually, the lead is their website, but the auditory is, you know, mobile customers from mobile phones who actually, they're too lazy to search in Google for a weekend. They have to have the package already, you know, eaten and sorted out, and you know, they have to they want it to appear in Facebook that they just click on it and can order. They are even too lazy to enter a nice trip to Bali or whatever, you know.
Yes.
So I'm just adding on the top.
Yes, we have just a few seconds, and their attention span is super short. So we need to really chunk the information in very tiny little bits. We need to give them, like, feed them, like, here, this is what you need, here you go, this is what you need, you don't even know, but this is what you need, and click here and pay, and that's it, and go. So yes, simplify is the key, definitely. Nowadays, especially when it's quite a lot of noise and it's quite a lot of things going on online, yes, going there and just make them click twice, it's enough. It's maximum that you can ask from them. So yes, but absolutely, we change. It's not like if a business will work better being on social media. Yes, what I do that for the time being. That doesn't mean that you should delete your website or not have one anymore. I'm talking here mostly for people that are transitioning from offline to online, and maybe website wasn't the biggest priority or the highest priority on their list, and now it's a bit changing, and you need to have something that is like online, it's your store, window store or whatever. So, and also I encourage people to be on social media. This is where you meet your people, whether it's LinkedIn or it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever you want to be. You have to be there, because there you shake hands, there you talk, there you like ask questions, interact, conversate, but you should not build a business on social media. You should not rely on Facebook, on algorithms, on Instagram. Hearts, likes, thumbs up, they don't mean anything in the long run. So that's not the priority. That's not metrics that you should aim for. It's just a tool. Social media is a tool. You use it at maximum, and if that helps you for the time being to get in their heads, use it. But it's not you don't start with a Facebook page. When you start your business, you start thinking of a website, because the website reflects also your business model, how you operate, what you're selling, how you're selling is more than just a way of communicating. So those are more the lines I want to be. But definitely you should use it and ride the wave when everybody is on social media now, and use it for if it works. Definitely. I don't see the chat. Do we have something more now?
No worries, Andrea. If there's anything, I will let you know. Let's try to move on so that we cover everything.
Yes. So before I move into this is not necessarily only for businesses going from offline to online. This is in general ideas, tips, strategies that you can implement to help you move to help you move something and see some traction, some results, some interaction, some engagement. So this is like for everybody. I didn't go into tech details, Elia, but we can do that. So I didn't go so deep into use these tools, or this website does this, or this software and so on. But I think you had a webinar recently about that. So maybe if you have that recorded and can share with them, that can be a starting point. Or
yeah. She was there actually, so she was at the yeah.
Well, you're covered.
Andrea, I know my needs. I really know them, so I was there.
Andrea, if you can try, because there is a background noise whenever you move your hands, or I don't know if it's your hair or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes. So
hair.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sorry.
No worries. It's just.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. So these are not in a particular order. It's not like step 1, step 2, step 3. These are things that I want to share with you, and you take the things that make sense and you can implement the quickest. That's the idea. Become a resource means that you create resources and educate people about your products and services. And in this process, you build your email list. We were talking about the capture element. Also, this means that you go maybe find forums where, or like trends.google.com is your buddy. You see what people are Googling lately and see what is relevant to your business, and then start to be one of the people that are creating resources for that. Yesterday at 11:30, guess who was Googling cut your own hair, curly long hair at home? I'm not going to show you the results, but I was one of those that probably Google registered as a hit. So use that, do that, because now more than ever, there are all sorts of questions running around. People look for how-tos, especially. Be one of those that contribute. And in the process, make sure that you build your email list, make sure that you make them aware that you exist, that your brand exists, that your products and services are there to be used. Deliver your services online, duh, yeah, that's why we are here. But I want to touch here more on things that these times maybe are an opportunity to make things easier for you. Of course, in Elia's case, with one-to-one psychotherapy sessions, it's hard to record the video and then send the link to all the clients, and that works for everybody. So maybe for her, it's more like having kind of Zoom live session. But for other people, let's say dance teachers, you maybe have a choreography or something you want to share with your students, and you just do it once, and then for the next 1 or 2 weeks, you're just sending that. So you're just sending that link to the students that sign up for that termine or those classes or those sessions. So can be a way to streamline some processes and make your life even easier. But this needs to come together with an easy booking system and streamline your payments, because before maybe you had a reception, maybe you were shaking hands, taking payments, write them in notebooks. Now that time has gone. Now we need to be modern and use the tools and all the software out there that was created to serve us and to implement all these things. Now, I don't want to get very technical because it depends on the classes, depends on what kind of services or what kind of things you were doing offline and now you need to do online. So I don't want to just drop names or links, but if someone is really struggling, they can always get in touch with me and can brainstorm the best solution or the easiest solution. Of course, for these things, be prepared to pay maybe premium fees, because handling payments and booking and stuff is not always free and easy and cheap. Sometimes it comes with a cost, but in the long run, it can be super good, because you make it easier for your students to come to your classes, to use your services and so on. So in my opinion, it's a good investment. Also, communication is different. When you're doing something, an event offline, the interaction offline is different. Many things we understand from the body language, we understand from the room, the space we are. Well, online, make sure you explain before. Maybe your audience is a bit tech challenged. Maybe they don't know what's Zoom. Maybe they don't know what's popping up when they click the link. Explain all these things, maybe even send a tutorial, a video, a step-by-step guide. Explain what they need to have around them, if they need space, if they need a table, if they need something to have with them. So just be mindful that not the online meetings are not necessarily as easy as offline meetings. So I just want you to be a bit more prepared and a bit more aware that especially if you're yoga dances or any body work and stuff, it's usually important to to prepare them a little bit, their setup, their room. And also if there's events like this one, it's good to have, like Elsa did in the beginning, we present each other, this is how it's going, this is what Andrei is doing, this is the topic, you can raise a hand, unmute yourself, discuss, ask questions. You have to lay down a little bit the rules of the communication, because online is a bit different than offline. And also, for many people it's not coming easy, but it's something that you should think about. Maybe Elia, Caroline, that are working with people and communities, maybe you need a bit to train how to be warm and welcoming. And sometimes the personality when you see yourself on a little screen is different than when you are in a room and when you're there to see the people, shake hands, hug them at the end, and so on. So have this in mind as well. Be honest, be open, be authentic with all that. I'm not saying to fake it or to just, you know, be aware of these things, and be like in the beginning of the event, whatever it is, just go through these things and explain how you feel and explain what's going to happen and so on. I think this is really important, because nowadays, since March until now, I participated in many webinars or classes and so on, and people behave sometimes as it was when we were in a classroom, and it's a bit different, and you're like hanging there, you don't know, should I ask, should I go, should I? So just be aware, be inclusive, try to be, you know, welcoming as you would be in your home or classroom. Create an online store. Again, very obvious. If you have a boutique or you're selling a product that is physical, don't wait a single minute. You go online, that's no brainer. But of course, building an online store takes time. A few guys here probably know already this and can confirm. But I am sure you have a bestseller. I am sure you have a favorite product, or a product that is maybe more relevant now than in other times. So make that available, and make sure the payment process is easy. Maybe you don't need to go through the whole WooCommerce thing, and maybe you don't need to put the most fancy, elaborated payment system. Maybe just a PayPal button or another. I don't know. Here in Spain, I am very. I don't know what are the options for online payments, but I'm sure there is something. So make that easy. Easy to be bought, and don't stress about the online store. That you can build in time, in parallel, when you have something out there, and you have something that you can sell now. You don't need to wait until everything is ready. Create gift card option on your website as well, because people nowadays won't buy so much shit. They will look to buy experiences. I think Laurina's business idea is going to shine in a way or another, because now is the time when we gift each other experiences, we gift each other knowledge and virtual things. It's not a time when we buy objects and wrap them and give it to each other. So gift card option, I think it works for almost everybody here in this room. So I think everybody should give it especially if you're working with people directly. Maybe Laurina's, the whole website is about the gift voucher, but for all the others, it's possible to have something like this, and maybe just have one service or one gifted 1 hour call, or I don't know, for SEO, for Google Ads, maybe, I don't know. I have friends that would appreciate to have an expert, let's say, for a session or whatever. I don't know how Guido is working. So all these things are making sense for almost any type of business, because now people want to help each other in different ways. I was made a gift. A sister came to me and said, my sister is stuck. She is a hairdresser. She needs to move online. I don't know where to go. Google is too much. And so I became a gift. She paid me a session, and I talked to her sister, and we came up with a plan and a strategy and so on. So this is how my idea came, and also because I am buying gifts like that to my friends, and I also know from the community of my clients that this worked before, like generated clients. Of course, they were doing it in with Christmas and New Year's or whatever holidays, but it works in any period. And then this is about reaching out. Maybe this is something for Laurinas, to identify people and businesses that you want to collaborate and that are complementary to your offer or your business. And the contribution can take various forms depending on what's relevant to your business: a podcast, social media, blogs, videos, Facebook group, guests, live. I don't know, it can be many things. And especially here in Canary Islands or Tenerife, okay, maybe there people are not so used, they don't use the online world so much or don't take so much out of it, but they surely hang out in Facebook groups. It's just a little bit of research, and it's a little bit of work to see where exactly are they, who's hanging more, who are the admins, what's the vibe, what can you contribute. Don't be a sleazy sales that is coming and dropping some links. Try to contribute, try to be one of them, and then they will be open to hear what you have in store and so on. So this always works. It's a bit of work, and you can get many crickets or no's, but it's always good because you create collaborations and synergies, and you reach out to more people that you don't need to invest more than 1 hour guests, whatever guest you want to be, instead of going out and reaching them through Facebook ads or whatever. So it's a bit of work, but it will come easier. Once you have the ball rolling, and once some of them accept you, you will get better in how to pitch them and how to contact them and so on. So this works. And you also contribute, and you also always bring value. It's not salesy, it's not sleazy, it's good. So I think that's something I would think about if I were you. And a bit on these lines, organize giveaways where you can generate some leads, or social media engagement, collect emails. Again, it's always better to be in a partnership because you reach your audience and their audience, and then together you think of a enticing and irresistible giveaway so that people are motivated to engage.
Andrea,
yes.
we have like 5 minutes left. We're gonna stay a little bit more, but just for you to manage.
I finish in 3 minutes, and then
okay.
Running ads and staying active on social media, I think it's quite obvious for everybody. But with running ads, I want you to be mindful. I haven't run ads in the last months, but I know that they are the lowest ever as cost per results. Maybe Guido has more intel. I don't know Google ads so much. I have more Facebook ads experience. And I know it's a good time to, it's a lot of people online, a lot of people on social media, but you need to have a plan and a strategy. Don't just run ads because they're cheap. And Andrea said that in the webinar. Have someone in place and have someone to help you if you're not comfortable with that, but they might work better than it worked before Corona times. So this is something to think about, depending on your budget as well, and depending on how much you want to spend. Connect with your existing followers via personalized messages, like a video. Film yourself with the phone and say, hey, how are you, Elsa? How is it going? Look, I'm doing this and that. Share a bit about yourself, and then ask a question, not necessarily how are you, but the question, an open-end question that can lead to, like, their answer be a bit tricky, and a bit, marketing is a lot of psychology and behavior, so I don't think I'm saying to something bad. Their answer might be something that is a pain or a struggle you solve, and it's a way to interact in a very organic and natural way, and lead to a conversation. This works especially if it's like VA kind of services, my type of services. I don't know, Guido, how many clients he has, how many he needs. Maybe it's good to, you know, have a campaign, a few days where you just take one by one and, you know, look in their eyes, say their name. People react. They don't see you as, here another mail of someone desperate to. It's another kind of outreach, and this works most of the time. Of course, people can be a bit lazy to reply, but usually people appreciate interaction. This goes a little bit into pricing. This slide, I left it at the end. I don't want you to discount your services just because, you know, the assumption people don't have money. Please don't discount your services. If you have the possibility, tell them that a portion of your revenue or a portion of that you give to someone else in need that don't have money now. Or if you're a psychotherapist, tell them that you will give 3 sessions for free to healthcare workers when this is over. If you're a yoga teacher, say that you will give 5 free classes to a nurse if they sign up to a full package with you or whatever. Don't discount your prices, because once you discount, you cannot go back. I mean, people don't forget, and especially if you have a small pool of people you're interacting, connecting, don't do discounts. This is the number 1 rule. And if there's something you take away with you from this, is this one, because discounts is not making you good on long term. Offer payment plans, offer bonuses. It's a lot to talk about payment plans and bonuses, and maybe I stop here, but they won't feel they get more if you give them 30% discount, but they feel they get more if you give them extra, an extra course, half an hour extra in your session, or a bit like, I don't know, more customized services, or they would feel that it's more worth it to pay those money, even if it's full price, if it's the price before the C word stuff. So don't discount your prices. Offer buy one, give one, or payment plans or bonuses. Now it's your turn, and I don't know, I can share with you the slides afterwards, if we don't have time to go through the case studies. I would like to hear you, or maybe have your questions, and then you tell me if we can go on or if we wrap it up.
Right. I mean, it depends on people's availability. We can stay if they want to and look at the cases, or we can share them afterwards, wherever works for them. Maybe we can, if anyone wants to talk about what are the 3 things they can implement next week, and or if you all agree, we can continue. We know it's 7, so yeah, some people might have to go or have other plans. So this is mainly for you guys. So tell us what you prefer.
I would rather to go on, to be honest.
I'm very happy that you can, you're still here, still around, and can put up with me.
Yeah, I have to go soon, but sure. I would love to add some thoughts.
Sure.
That email was super valuable. I had the opportunity to work for a company that was just doing email marketing. And if you guys are able to build a solid email list of, let's say, 1,000, 2,000 people, it's really a huge asset that you can constantly monetize by sending, for example, newsletter or coupons, as Andrea was saying. So really huge asset.
Yes, but that's topic of another webinar. So that's why I just touched it like this, and I stressed about the website and stuff. But that's, of course, that's the point. Having them somewhere in inbox is the most intimate place where you can really have a relationship with them.
Yeah, we can actually, maybe we can talk offline or online, but in a different
offline.
Yes,
now it doesn't work. No, what I meant is, maybe we can talk about all of that in a different webinar, and maybe yeah, we can.
It's a topic actually very important in many cases.
I was suggested if we could do something about email marketing or Google Ads and so on. So maybe
I think this should occupy a special. It's a big topic and it's a lot of work behind it. So it's better to give it the proper attention. But Guido has a very good, it's the most valuable currency online nowadays. You can have followers and stuff and influencers showing off with thousands of followers. No engagement and no conversion and no clicking on whatever you have is zero. You better put all your effort and all your money on building an email, because in the email where people take decisions.
And push notifications.
Well,
in some businesses,
We don't. Any other thoughts you want to share?
So the girl that had the cooking idea, is she still with us, or she
had to leave, but this will be recorded so she can listen to it.
Yes, and I will make sure to tell her.
Okay, so I want to tell her that a valuable idea that she might consider is that I know some private chef that find clients online in the city that they are located. My ex CEO actually hired a private chef, and he was charging around $800 a month for basically cooking the food for him once a week and then packing him in these plastic containers, and then that's how he basically was making money. So if you're watching, that's an idea that you might consider. And the last thing that I would like to add is that I absolutely agree with Andrea. Do not undercharge, because if you decide to go, you want to go as a professional. And if you think about it, I mean, a month, an average employee earns something like 800, 1,000 at least, and you should not therefore charge less.
No. And why would you charge, if you charge half now, let's say, why would you charge full in 2 months? Like, why? Like, I mean, it's not fair for the future customers. It's not fair for your work, for your value you bring. It's just overall not fair. But there are workarounds and there are ways to make people feel that it's worth it. And if I would have to go out there and get a guy to do some Google ads for me, and if I will land on a website and they are both the same and I have the same feeling about both, and one is saying, look, a portion of my revenue I give to this organization I support, or I teach, I don't know, someone Google ads or something, instead of one that is not doing any of these, I would choose that one that wants to give back to a community, to someone, to help someone else. So it's always good to have, to think about how people decide where to put the money. It's not so black and white, and there are ways to do it properly, but never discount. I saw in my clients' situations, this kicked them hard down the road, because people talk, word of mouth, and even you feel like you did the same work for less, and you kind of feel bad starting to charge, and it's just too much work.
Okay, yeah, that was clear, I think.
But I'm like,
so great for the contributions. Anyone else wants to contribute?
Goodbye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining.
See you soon, hopefully. Offline.
I need to go now too, unfortunately, but thank you so much, everybody. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you, Sonia. We will talk soon.
Thank you, Sonia.
Perfect. Thank you, Andrea. Take care. Yes, definitely. Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Yeah, so Laurina and Elia, you guys want us to continue, or you prefer to share something that is worrying you, or
I would like
it's going from like a Bible. So
what?
It's like going from a Bible, it's like reading everything that I agree with.
Amen.
Yeah, it's like
yeah. Yes.
no, actually, I've had one good idea about the video, personalized video selfie thing. Never thought of it actually.
And also, Laurinas, if I can add something to your personal challenge of looking for those clients. And I tend to agree with Andrea on how the culture is here and how a lot of people that you're looking for, they are mainly in Facebook. And it's true. And because of this whole crisis thing, there are so many groups I've seen popping up on, takeaway, things to delivery staff and people who deliver products that they have never done before that. But I'm sure there will be the same for experiences and gifts and so on. So I was looking for a gift for my mom this Sunday, and I just went into Facebook because everyone is there.
Yeah, yes. This is the thing that actually we are already been using. Facebook groups, and it actually works super well, even though that organic traffic of Facebook groups is more or less 3 times bigger than the same amount of your, for example, Facebook page post. So yeah, because I'm talking about the organic. I'm not talking about the other things.
Yeah, but it's true.
Yeah, and the thing is, and then actually, other thing that I've noticed here in Tenerife, what actually works very well is direct Instagram messaging.
Yeah, that as well.
Like about you find a company that you want to contact with, and actually contact it via the Instagram, because usually here the owner is the cleaner and the marketing director itself.
Yes.
So basically, he actually does. He's one person. So if you can, so this is why contacting him directly is a very good thing. But the other thing is contacting him on the right time, when he's not too lazy but he's not already drunk, and he's kind of you need to balance that. And I think that we had a session and a discussion about this with our team like 2 hours in before. So I could say that Tuesdays and Wednesdays at about 11 or 12 a.m. in the morning is the best time in Tenerife to do stuff.
Well, here you go.
You have everything.
Exactly. Then you have not too lazy, not Monday, not drunk, not on fiesta. Exactly, focused on work.
But it's so important to know.
Exactly. This is super important.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not about what the insights of Facebook or Instagram is giving you, or the activities. Like that person, the decision maker, in which state of mind you find him or her.
If he's drunk, or he's like driving to work, or he's lazy after Sunday, it's like should be thought of.
Yeah, a lot.
What's the strategy?
Yes. It's marketing is just studying the behavior, studying the psychology, studying all, and it's good when the marketing department is also the decision maker, because in most of other businesses, especially bigger ones, if you want to reach out, is like, have a lot of steps to go through until you get to the one that is like yes or no or go away. So it's like even bad. Yes, Elia.
I have to leave soon. Would you mind to share at least one case so I can see before leaving? Sorry, but at half past I have an appointment, so I just cannot stay longer.
I am fast. I can share the tango teacher or the coach. So I shared.
I would rather the coach, because
that will help her.
So Deborah, a client of mine, she's offering services one-on-one, seminars, workshops, and public speaking. All of those from March canceled all the way to September, besides one-to-one coaching that she can do online. So we were a bit panicking, and we were like, oh my God, my calendar is empty. So in March, she started a Facebook group for the scientist community in Gothenburg. She is an ex-PhD scientist in the technical university in Gothenburg, and she's now a coach for those scientists. She helps them to avoid burnout. So she was like, okay, then I send a message in my LinkedIn and on my profile and say that I start a Facebook group, and we can keep the discussion going. She was meeting them in seminars, in workshops, at events, all sorts of places. And she quickly, a matter of days, she reached more than 100 members, 130 now, 130 plus. And what I want to say with this example is that it wasn't a decision in a second, something that she didn't plan, it wasn't in the books, but the need of connection is still there. Those people are still having the struggles, the problems, they still want to come together and talk about the challenges of being a PhD or a scientist in today's academia. So okay, we are not online anymore, but we can go online. The need is still there. Then she didn't plan, but a video series is now in the making, and this will replace parts of seminars and workshops she was doing for startups and companies. Or at least she will create content that she can reach out now. She's more like a portfolio, something that is a bit more than an email pitching her services and so on. So what I wanted to say, from a quite traditional way of doing business, one-to-one in a room with a pen and paper and workshops and seminars in big rooms, now she shifted online almost like 100% in a matter of weeks. But it was about now she has a Facebook group to admin, but has other, maybe has less stuff on other sides. And yes, she is now concentrating on video content more than before. So these were the changes that brings result, and that you can do quite easy and quite fast, because that was the purpose of my examples and case studies, that these things don't need to take 3 months to implement. You don't need a specialist to start a Facebook group. You don't need a big production company to make a video. You can have that as well, but you can start smaller. Now, I don't know if you know, Creative Mornings can be something for you. Creative Mornings is the biggest online community for creative people, and now they moved everything online. Before they were offline in almost every city throughout the world, and now they move everything online. She will speak soon. Like these days, we are preparing the application and the stuff that she needs to send in, and she will talk for hundreds of people online, basically in a Zoom like we do now. So all these things that she was like, it's cancel. Now they move online so slowly, but it's like small actions that you can take with big impact. So she still has her community in the form of a Facebook group, and she still has her events, reaching out to the organizations she worked with before that went as well online.
Yeah, and this is a great example, actually, Andrea. And Elia, maybe for you can, I'm not sure what state are you on right now, but maybe just take it a step by step, in the sense of, okay, what can I do next week, which is what Andrea was suggesting earlier. So maybe you can work, is the website the priority, or is it reaching out to your clients and trying to have this community? Maybe that could be an option, creating a community for your clients, or should be something else, like from everything we have been talking today. And don't think you need to do everything by yourself.
No, thanks God for that. No.
Exactly. So reach out for help. There are plenty of people who can give you a hand, and
yes, and there are plenty of resources out there as well, depending on how much
reality.
Yeah, well,
thank you very much. The example really helped me a lot.
Well, thank you, Elia, for coming.
All the talk, because it gives me a lot of ideas. It made me connect a lot of stuff, and it made me realize it's not that difficult. So Thank you.
No.
That was the purpose.
Believe me, it's not. And you can do it, and you have everything you need. It's just a matter of, okay, what should I do tomorrow? What's the smallest baby step I can take tomorrow and move forward? That's it. Not more than that. And
Thank you
everything
very
is
much.
just
I'm gonna leave, okay? I need to leave. Take care. It was a pleasure to meet you all. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. So Andrea, I also don't want to take more of your time. You have been nice enough to share all of this knowledge with us. So what we probably can do is, if you don't mind, I can attach the presentation to the thank you email, so that everyone who sign up can take a look at it at their own time.
Yes, I put the link in our shared document, so you take it from there.
Perfect.
And I can do it right away, so it's easy. And I hope even if you just live with one idea and one thing, for me it's a success.
I'm sure.
Don't be a stranger. I mean, there will be contact details and so on in the email. So I'm always reachable by mail. I always take my time to answer if people have questions. I love to brainstorm. I love to bounce ideas off. I love to be challenged and to find solutions and think outside the box. That's my thing these days.
Awesome.
So,
thank you so much. And is there at the end, do you have your contacts or something so that it can also stay in the recording?
In the video.
Yeah, in the video.
Yes.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yes.
That's how they can contact you, right?
Yes, I have the details here, and also the link to my membership site if people want to sign up. And yeah, if they get the presentation, they will also get this in the presentation and maybe in the email, so it's fine. Yeah. I am still around online, because offline.
We will wait a bit for the offline part.
Are you in Tenerife at the moment, or in Sweden?
No, at the moment I'm still here for another 2 weeks.
In Tenerife, yeah, in the south. She lives in
Playa San Juan. Playa San Juan, yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed, and I hope we can chat on WhatsApp later on.
As I said, it was the Bible.
I don't know if it's good or not, but
it's from the good part. I mean, I'm not usually agree with so much things.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, he's always, I'm
always arguing.
Yes. So the fact that he's saying that's a big compliment. So
yes.
Yes. I didn't know. I didn't know these things, but I appreciate and I'm glad we are on the same page, and then we have the same mission, and then we keep the online space a little bit more safe.
Exactly. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Talk soon.
For this, and knowing you all, it was a pleasure.
Thank you
Great.
very much.
Have a good evening, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.